We've had to make a tough decision, and we want to talk with you about it. Hi everybody, welcome to Living Traditions Homestead. This is Sarah and Kevin. Well, we've been talking about it, Kevin and I, for quite a while. We want to talk with you about a pretty big decision that we've made that we're going to be implementing pretty soon, and that is to...
We've decided to give away the kids. No.
We've decided to... Are you gonna say something else?
No, that was it.
Okay. We've decided to significantly downsize our rabbit herd.
It was something we've been thinking about for quite a while. If you remember, over the last year, those of you who have been following us for a while, we've kind of incrementally picked up some new rabbits along the way. Last summer we were able to get some rabbits from another homestead, and then earlier this spring we were able to get yet more rabbits from one of our followers, actually, and a new breed of rabbit called silver fox rabbits, which we're really enjoying having. But over the course of the summer, as things have gotten more busy, and we've decided to expand the garden, and we've added the pigs, and we're having goat babies, we've just decided that we have way too many rabbits and way too many baby rabbits.
Right, and we've kept in the past 10 does, New Zealand's, and 2 bucks, and then we expanded to the silver fox, where we have 2 breeders of the silver fox and 2 does and 1 buck, and we've at one time have had 14 litters of babies. That's a lot of rabbits. And so as we've been expanding our meat selection on the homestead, now we feel like it is a good time for us to cut back. We don't need as much rabbit meat because now we also have the pigs we're raising.
So what we've decided to do is downsize to just keep 4 does and 2 bucks. We're going to keep 2 of our New Zealands because we've worked on that genetics for a long time. We'll also keep 1 of our New Zealand bucks. Then we'll also be keeping the 2 silver fox does that we got earlier this spring and the silver fox buck, because we have really enjoyed learning more about that breed, and we really enjoy having them here on the homestead.
One thing that we are learning, and we have learned at our previous homestead, is that we really need balance. And if any of that starts getting out of whack, we start to enjoy our life just a little bit less. We want to prevent any of that from happening, and so one of the ways that we are preventing that right now is to cut back on the rabbits. Now we'll continue breeding for our own family's meat. We just need less because we're expanding in other areas of meat production. In the fall, Kevin did a lot of hunting for deer, so we have lots of venison. We're going to have lots of pork in the freezer, and we may want to expand to a couple other small things here and there through the rest of the year. So it just seems like rabbits are the first way that we can kind of cut back to make sure that we're not overextended.
So just to put into perspective kind of how we came to this decision and the number of rabbits that we're currently producing on the homestead, with the 10 does and 2 bucks that we currently have, we are producing right now on average 2 to 3 litters per week that we're processing, and that means about 50 or a little over 50 rabbits a month that we're processing to put into the freezer, which obviously is too many for our family, even though we love rabbits. And we do sell some throughout our community, but that number is even more than what we can consume and sell. So that's kind of how we came to that conclusion, and it'll free up some of our time.
And the time and energy that we'll save by cutting back on the rabbits in the immediate future will go toward working more in the garden and preserving all of that harvest that we're going to be having come out this summer. And then after the harvest season is over, we will be doubling our in-ground garden. So we're going to have 2, just the same as the in-ground garden we have right now, and so we'll be putting a lot of effort and time into that, as well as continuing to diversify the types of meat that we have on the homestead.
You know, at some point with anything, there's a breaking point, and we just feel like we've kind of gotten to that point right now with the rabbits, especially in the heat of summer. They're a lot more work. We've just, you know, decided that rabbits are probably the easiest thing to kind of give up. But because we have all the infrastructure, they'll also be one of the easiest things down the road to scale back up if we feel like that's what we need to do.
Absolutely. You know, the does and the bucks for the rabbits, they mature quickly and are able to breed again. So it's just a matter of us having, you know, one litter that we can expand almost immediately and get back up to speed if we feel that that's necessary. Now, I will assure you that I still have a lot to teach you all as far as raising meat rabbits. So the videos will still continue, the teaching opportunities will also still continue, and all of the tractors and the cages and all of those kinds of that equipment and everything we're going to hang on to because we feel like we might need them again in the future.
Because in an emergency situation, rabbits are still, in our opinion, one of the easiest, fastest, most bang for your buck animals to have on your homestead. And we really do enjoy raising them. We love rabbit meat. We strongly encourage every homestead to have meat rabbits.
Absolutely, and 4 does and 2 bucks will still allow our family to have plenty of rabbit meat to eat.
So you guys, we wanted to fill you in case you start to notice less rabbits around the homestead. We feel like your family, and we should let you know how things are progressing. You know, we've been doing this now for about 7 years, and we have learned this lesson that we can kind of tell how things are going and when it's time to take a step back. And we feel like that's an important lesson, especially for newer homesteaders to learn that, you know, there is a point at which you just can't do it all.
And a point where maybe you're doing too much.
So if this is your first time visiting our homestead, we sure are glad that you found us. This would be a perfect time to hit that subscribe button below.
And if you're one of our traditionalists that comes back 5 days a week for all of our new videos, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you. And until next time, you guys, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care, and God bless.
God bless.